Hola, hola, mi gente. Here, Katira. There's something about La Chama, MJ, however you feel like calling me today. Today, I have someone cute, someone nice, someone special, DJ Luby.
Hello, ¿qué?
Oh my God! But today, I'm just gonna call you Luis
Dale.
or Lulu. There's something good about it. But wait a second, before we start, where did Luby come from?
Honestly, it's the most basic name. So basically, my first name is Luis. My last name is Barrera. And before, my old DJ name used to be Luigi Bars because my old nickname as a child was Luigi.
But we, of course, Latinos, we call our Luises Luigi.
Really? I don't know. I thought that was just a thing in my familia.
No, mi amor, it's a Latin thing.
Really?
It's a Latino thing.
Damn, I didn't know that. Anyways, so yeah, my nickname growing up was Luigi. So then the bar is for short for Barrera. But then eventually, like, I don't know, I had to do a rebrand, and that's something that we might talk about after. But someone at my work was like, yo, you know what? You should just go with Luby. It's simple, easy, to the point. And I was like, yeah, let's go, vale.
But it's catchy and it's like, it sounds fun. It sounds
Exactly.
like, and I think it doesn't, let's say, it doesn't put you in a box. Like, let's say, oh, Latino, and like, no, it depends also because there are all kinds of different Latin music.
Yes.
From what I've heard and learned. And, you know, like there's Latin music, house Latin music, urban.
Yeah.
That's what we call the J Balvin thing. There's, I don't know, mariachis. I don't know.
Yeah, tradicional and everything.
Tradicional. Let's
Yeah,
put it that way.
yeah,
Because there's so
100%.
many, and it's nice because Luby, it's catchy. When I tell people, I'm like, no, DJ Luby, I see listo. And it's true, it's catchy when I think about it.
Exactly. It's short, sweet, to the point. And also, yo, I'm going to be dropping my lube brand soon. Lube's Lube. You know the drill. So, guys, let's get it.
Oh my God, I want to know more details about that. Like, please tell me more, mi amor. So, first of all, thank you so much for coming.
Yo, thank you for having me. Honestly, it's an honor.
It's a pleasure. I want to shout out big to Air Commune. That's where we met.
Yes.
And it's crazy because we have like close friends. Well, my own family that knows you. So it's really fun that it was destiny that we met like at this time of our lives.
100%.
I'm going to go with the destiny universe kind of vibe today.
Yes.
So, but today I want people to get to know, like, I love that about the projects is it's bringing out the human out of it. And it's like, I want people to know you, that when they go see you, also they know a little part of the human being that you are. You know?
100%. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, that magic. Entonces, we're going to start with the hard questions.
Yes.
How did you get into music?
Honestly, it's been something that it's a journey that has started from like as soon as I'm born, as soon as I'm out of the womb. Like, music has been omnipresent in my life, like 100%. Not that I come from a musical background or anything like that, but it's just growing up at home. We would hear music as soon as we woke up and till we went to bed. Even we would sleep on music, like, not gonna lie. Just like first thing we do in the morning is like, okay, encendemos las luces, we open the windows, and then it's like, okay, let's turn on the stereo system. And what was really cool growing up is that we didn't necessarily have like one specific style of music at home. Like, yes, I'm Latino, I'm Salvadorian, but we weren't listening to cumbia all day, you know? Like, yes, we were listening to like a bunch of like Latin musics and stuff, but my parents were really heavy on like American music for some reason. Disco, soul, funk, rock and roll. My dad is a huge Beatles fan.
Love it.
Yeah, like some of my earliest memories of listening to music are like Barry White and the Beatles type shit. So like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think you get it because my first concert was Cher and Cyndi Lauper.
oh my God.
Even though in my house, you know, Latino, yes, Oscar de Leon, but it's like when I tell people, they're like, oh my God, but it doesn't make sense. I'm like, no, but like, we loved listening to Cher in my house and to Madonna, and it's all of that.
100%.
So fun. But you said you didn't come from a background, like a musical background, but have you ever played an instrument when you were a kid or something?
Yeah, so basically, I mean, the fact that like I was always like listening to music, exposed to music, and even my brother was always like into music as well and whatnot. Like, obviously, like it was just like easy for me to appreciate music, and that's what's really got me into music and maybe look for that a bit more. Growing up, like when I was like around 9, I started playing guitar. I maybe played for like a year, took lessons, but then por pendejo, honestly, just because
I love it. Por pendejo.
Yeah, por pendejo, I really didn't continue on the classes, and it's something that like I don't want to say I regret, because at the end of the day, destiny, life happens for a reason, everything happens for a reason, in my opinion. But I didn't continue in it, but I always had something for rhythms and appreciation of music. So then eventually when I was in high school, in our music classes, we would play piano. But like really basic stuff on piano, but still like I was still like nurturing that whole musical side of me. And we would also have in our musical classes, because there was always genre un volet, like more towards music appreciation, so like understanding different styles of music history and stuff like that. And I was really like interested in that aspect of like the whole music scene. So I think that's what got me into DJing, into curation, into making playlists. Because that's another thing. People would always come to me for like the new music because they were like, yo, you listen to so much shit. Like, what's cool in punk rock or what's cool in hip hop now or whatever. And I was always like the one that could like bring something out of nowhere, and that's something that I find
like
really
make
cool.
it happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Make it happen. Like I need this vibe,
Exactly.
and I want this style. But like, you see, me, I'm the person that would take away the Spotify from. Like it's like the total opposite.
Yeah.
But I love having people with you at parties, like you. I mean, with you, but well, with you at a party too,
Yeah,
papito.
dale.
But like, I like, for example, that you can have someone's like, please just take over.
100%.
Like, because me, the thing is, it's my Spotify. There's Shakira, Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, Bele, and within 5 minutes.
100%.
So it's not the vibe really, like you're really going to, then you're like, no, you need someone that's going to be able to feel the vibe, that's going to be like, you know, be able to choose like the right playlist. Like me, I choose like Chris Brown if I need to. If I'm feeling sexy that night, Chris Brown for the whole party. Everybody looks at me. No, MJ, this is not working tonight.
But yo, it's so funny that you mentioned that because as a kid, I was like that. Like I would have like a bunch of like just different types of playlists and like would be able to set a mood. Nowadays, I only have one playlist on my Spotify and it's all liked songs, and I shuffle that. And if you like it,
Okay,
like
show off.
If you don't, too bad.
Show off.
Like that's the thing. Like I don't have any moods or anything like that. Like at a party, give me a spot. Like they're like, oh, Louis, take over the aux. No, I get anxious. Like that's not my shit.
Me, I'm just like, if I take it, I don't want any kind of complaints.
Exactly, same.
I'm like, I don't want any kind of complaints, and like we're all gonna listen to Acerejelas Ketchup if it comes.
Yes.
We're all gonna start dancing if we need to.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's like, so, and there's something, but wait, so you went to school, there was this, like, they were nurturing that side of you in high school, but you know where it comes the big decisions, where I cégep in college, wherever you want to call it. Those are some, and it's crazy because, and it's true, it's a whole other subject on how they expect us to just make a decision of like what you want in life.
100%.
I changed program 4 times in CEGEP.
Yeah.
That's how I am. And whatever, to do it again, I would choose another thing. I think I would follow my heart. But what happened there? Did you actually win? Because as an immigrant, the first generation, we're always expected, let's say, to do like the big careers, like lawyer, doctors, anything, you know, with a big title. So how was that with you? What did you do? Because I have no idea, actually.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, the fact, like, I do have somewhat conservative parents, like in the sense that like they're like, okay, we want you to follow like they want me to not have to struggle in life. And I think that's like a big thing with immigrant parents in general. It's like, yo, we busted our ass so much to come to this country, and for you to do art, it's like, ¿qué onda, you know? But at the same time, they weren't like extremely pushy on that side. They were like, you know what, at the end of the day, do what's gonna make you happy. And I mean, throughout high school, I was always had this interest in like DJing and stuff like that. Like I would see things about like electronic music, and I really got like into electronic music in high school, and that's what really got me into DJing. And I found that so cool. But the thing is, when I was in high school, I was getting ready to become a cop.
What?
Yeah. I wanted to be a cop.
God.
I wanted to be a med.
There's something sexy about a man in uniform. So I always love when people are making like, I wasn't going to be a cop, a firefighter. But my brother killed that fantasy. He became a firefighter.
Yo.
I'm off. I'm like, why did you do this to me?
Exactly. You fucked up your whole thing.
A cop. Oh my God, I like it. Okay. So that was that was the plan.
Yeah, that was the plan. I wanted to become a cop. I wanted to become a Mountie, to be more specific. So I was doing all my things, and then I went to college. I went to Vanier in the Law and Society program, because what I wanted to do was do that program for a minute, maybe go to university, and then go do the qualifs for the RCMP. But as soon as I got into that program in Vanier, I saw the type of people that were going to be in law enforcement and all that. And I was like, yo, I do not want to be near these people.
I'm laughing because it's so accurate.
Yo, they're so entitled. Like power trips on the
you didn't get your ass whooped when you were a child enough.
Exactly.
Like, you're like, yo.
And I was like, yo, y'all talking like this for real? And like saying things that came out of nowhere. And I was like, nah. And I was getting into heated debates and shit. So then I was like, you know what? I really need to like reassess my life. And at Vanier, what was really cool is they had the sound engineering program. So I was like, you know what? Let me go do this. Let me see what's up, how the industry is. And at the same time, I was going out, I was partying and whatever. I was connecting with people, and I had started DJing already. And I was like, you know what? Let me take this a bit more seriously, this whole music industry thing, and let's see what could come out of it. So I finished my deck in Law and Society, but then I went right into the sound engineering
You
program.
finished it?
Yeah, just because or else my parents would have fucking lost it.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! You're, I think, the perfect child because you're like, no, like finish what you started.
Mhm.
And yeah, no, I was. Oh my god! When I think about me, I'm like, oh my god, no, you're the perfect child. I mean, I love that for you. So at
Yeah.
least you have like, okay, so you had a like, let's say a backup plan. If anything, if
Exactly.
you didn't feel like you were secured enough or any in that side.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. See,
Yeah.
fun fact.
Yeah.
Things we learn when we talk to people. guys.
Exactly,
Things we
100%.
learn. But so, and how did you get your first gig? Like, how was it? Was it like by accident? Was it that like a DJ got sick and like you had to go in? Like,
So
what
actually,
happened?
it's so funny because I remember that first gig. How I got it was one of my friends. He was like starting to want to organize events and stuff like that, and he had organized the party at a certain point. And I remember the DJing being like absolutely trash. And I was starting to like, I had already bought my little controller. I was mixing on an iPad at the time. When I first did my first gig, I was DJing on an iPad because I was like, and I had researched it for a while because the thing is, I didn't want to like log a big ass computer with me and like a big ass kit and all that. So I
Yeah.
just wanted something portable that I could just plug and play into a little thing and it was gonna work. So I remember telling him like, yo, you know what? Like at your next party, like let me DJ and I'm gonna bring some other one of my friends that I know are DJs and let's try to do something cool. And I remember that was like March of 2016 or 17, I want to say. No, March 2016.
You've been in the game for a while.
Basically, it's gonna be 10 years in 2026.
Oh my god! I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't cross paths. Like, I'm not saying like, but no, but it's just crazy. I find it.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love that. Like I said, we met when we had to meet. But like, I just can't believe because you're actually. And I'm not saying this lightly, but you're actually really good on the mix. And it's like,
Thank you, I
it's
appreciate
fun and it's like, it's good music. Like, I'm like, oh, DJs and Luby's going to be there. Oh, it's going to be good music, you know?
100%.
There's some names you see and you're just like, when they're like, there's a Latin party and the DJ is not Latin. I don't want to come with stereotypes or anything. But when it's like absolutely not the same, because I know there's an amazing DJ. I think it's, I don't know the name, but he's really good. But anyways, when you just know it's not going to be the vibe you want,
Mhm.
but when your name is on there, we're like,
Exactly.
it feels good.
100%.
It's going to be fun. The
So,
tequila shots are going to come in.
Of course. But yeah, I remember that first party, like we did it and I had like a 1 hour set during that thing. And I remember practicing that set over and over at home. Like it was really like par cœur, every track. Like I knew what I was going to play, when I was going to cut it. And halfway through my set, my iPad crashed. Just because I had like all my apps open and everything and I forgot.
While you were practicing, not at the gig.
At the gig, at the event. So there was like a big silence for like maybe 5 minutes, the time when I just like closed everything down, reset everything, blah, 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 and did all that. And that's when I was like, okay, I can't mix with a computer or a laptop. I'm going to start using USB keys. So for all my DJ nerds, basically there's like a bunch of ways of mixing. And one of the ways is like, there's a kit at the club. You just pull up with your USB, you plug it in, and then everything just syncs up. And then you just go ahead and play your tracks, which is super fun. And it's easy to use and you don't have to think about a computer. So that's the moment when I was like, okay, you know what? Let me do the switch. And that's also when I started talking to more people and getting more gigs and eventually getting my name out there, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I did 5 minutes of silence. Imagine a party and it's just like.
And 5 minutes is long already.
Yes.
When you're like stressing and everything, and that shit lasted in my head for like 20. So.
Oh my God. But congrats, because I think the fact that it happened to you on your first gig.
Yeah.
It made you stronger.
100%. Definitely. No.
It sounds so intense. Like it's
so intense.
Stronger. Like when it kill you, it makes you stronger.
But it did. After that, I was just like, okay, you know what? Like that's the worst that can happen. And like anything else, like, yo, throw it at me. I don't care, you know?
Exactly. Like lánzamelo.
Exactly.
So, is there like one unexpected artist or band that inspired you to just go with everything?
Damn. Honestly, like yes and no. It's just I'm constantly being inspired, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
the first one, let's say that was like, it was like love at first sight. Like, yeah.
That like made me think like, oh, I want to become a DJ type of thing.
Yes.
Honestly, that's the thing. So it was kind of unexpected because back in the day, my cousin was dating like a really big producer in the Latin world. If the people know his name is Místico. He's from Montreal.
Yes.
But yo, he produced music for like some of the biggest artists. Like I'm talking about like Wisin y Yandel, like Tony Dice and everything, because he was part of Pina Records.
Because we hear him, like with the Místico. Now you say, in some songs.
Exactly. So I remember like she was dating him and when she was saying like, oh yeah, he produces for this artist and this artist, and I was like, yo, we can make a living off of this shit. Like, this is so cool.
We're like, wait a second.
But he wasn't like a DJ or anything. But I just remember like just hearing his name and hearing that like I had some sort of connection with him. I was like, yo, this is mad inspiring, and like let me see what else I could do with it. And then eventually, like just growing up, like DJs and stuff like that, the whole DJ culture of like electronic music, I think that really, really inspired me. And like one of the big first names, and it's so weird for me to say this because I really don't listen to that type of music anymore, but like a Skrillex for me was just like, damn.
It rings a bell. It rings a bell.
Yo, he's like one of the biggest producers in like electronic music, but like back in the day, he was more into the whole dubstep sound. For me, that was one of my first like inspirations into like electronic music too, you know? So yeah, I guess that was one of the biggest inspirations that I had for like a long time. And then eventually when I got into house music, it like kind of shifted. And like now obviously with the whole Latino stuff.
And like you said, the inspiring
never stops.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. I think inspiring never stops.
Yeah.
But there's also, I had a question. I just have a complete blank in my mind. Sorry, my ADHD. Wow. Okay, wow. No, it's just me being me. Wow. We're not cutting this up. This is something about Elle. It's like, it's raw. It's real. No, but okay, yeah, I know exactly where I wanted to go. So, because being a DJ and a producer is not the same thing, right? But do you produce music? Is it something you like? Or it's really something that you're like, look, I studied it, but it's not my field.
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely something that's like kind of lingering in the back of my mind. Eventually, I kind of want to get into it. When, I don't know, because it's not my priority.
Okay.
My priority as a DJ has always been to be a curator and someone who showcases music that other people make. Because that's a thing that I think really represents who I am as a person. Is I love to make people connect with other people, and I like to showcase people, and I like to put people on the spotlight. Thus why I started Friquitón with my people, because at the end of the day, it was just like, yo, we really love this music and stuff, so like let's put it out there. And when we do showcases, is like the artists that I book, I'm super picky with the people I book, because that's the thing. So I'm basically I'm like the booker / musical director of Friquitón.
Exactly. You're like, and wait.
Yo, I get so many emails, so many DMs, a lot of people that don't know how to approach people, and that's another thing that we're going to talk about eventually. But like, yo, like that's the thing, like people just don't know how to talk. But yeah, I get so many requests and everything like that, and I say a lot of no's or a lot of like on va voir or whatever, just because the people that I want to put on, I want to make sure that they're like 100%. But not just that, but also that I believe in what they do, because I don't want to just be nice to be nice. I want to be nice because I know you're worth it.
But also, I think, or maybe correct if I'm wrong, I think you'll be also a type of person, look, right now, it's hard, but here what's you're missing for you to get with us if you want to, if you ever want to. It's not a definite no, like you have potential, but here's how to make you better and get with us. I think you'd be that type.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I give feedback, exactly. And after that, if you want to take the feedback or no, it's your problem.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, I'm there to give it, and I'm there to like try to guide people. So anyways, yeah, so maybe production, not right now, or maybe I want to start remixing stuff. But like I said, my goal is really more to be a curator and someone who showcases people and stuff. You know?
And like bring people together. Oh my God, eso es tan Latino.
100%.
Bring all the people together. It's like, vamos todos juntos, we're all in it. And it's like, there's something I love about us Latinos is when there's music, we're there. And it's like nothing else matters. Like there's never, I'm not saying never, okay? Don't take me literally, but I feel like we're all the same. Like no importa si es de Venezuela, si es de Colombia, de Salvador, Honduras. Like, we're all the Latino. Todos como el espíritu bonito, I don't know. And there's something beautiful. And I think I said before we start filming, the movement of Friquitón, because for me, I don't see it just as a team. I see that you guys are a movement. And I think that's it is amazing, because you guys bring the Latin community together in Montreal. And we know that we're not the easiest community here in Montreal. I know we're not. And it's like, I've been to Orlando, I've been to Miami, and it's like, los Latinos otra onda. But here it's like, sometimes we're so close-minded, like, but I don't know. It's like, and I think those movements as Friquitón, they're so important.
100%.
Important. I put the it's British accent. But yeah, I think for me, it's so important. And for that, it's so beautiful what you guys are doing. I think it's important to say it. And guys, I haven't been paid to say this or anything, okay? Like it comes from the heart. Because I see it, and every time we go, and it's like, oh, Friquitón, okay, the music, the vibe. And it's like you say, and I get it now. why you're so picky, because you always wanted to make the same vibe or even better. Except if I'm a whole mistaken.
No, exactly. Like the whole point of Frikitong is for it to be a movement and for it to be like a big thing in the sense that like we want to bring people together and it's not about us. And a lot of people say like, oh, well, you guys should be more in front of the camera, in front of this and whatever, and like put yourselves out there more as artists. But like at the end of the day, that's not the point. We're there for the culture, for the people. And like you were saying, like Latinos here in Montreal, and it's funny actually that you were saying that eso es una cosa de Latino, that we bring people together and everything like that, because here in Montreal, I find, and one of the reasons why we started Frikitong is because a lot of Latinos are driven by ego.
100%.
Yo,
100%.
everyone wants to be el que sacó Montreal en la mapa. Fuck you. I'm sorry, but with all due disrespect, like shut the hell up. Like, you know? Like
But it's so true. It's so true.
exactly, because everyone wants to be, oh, yo quiero ser el Drake de Montreal Latino. Like, bro, like stop. Like calm down. There's so many ropes to like go through, so many hoops to go through, whatever.
Like be better than Drake.
Exactly. No, pero no solo eso. Like in the sense that like it ain't about you. Like put the culture first. And I feel like when you do something with culture in mind first, and with passion first, and with love for all of this whole thing, that's when it's gonna work properly. That's what happened with Frikitong. We're putting the culture before everything, before our names. Like, yo, making a lineup in our, like when, for example, when we do set times, it's super hard because it's like, oh, well, I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to close or whatever, or whatever. And that's the thing that happens a lot with me is I make the lineups and I hate putting myself like as a headliner or something like that.
Yes.
It's not about me. It's about
You're like, yo, just put it like in little letters just right there.
Exactly. Or like put me like in at the bottom, in the middle or something like that. But like I don't care about being like a big name or something like that. And that's something why we started Frikitong is because when you would go to a Latin event or like if someone wanted to book you for a Latin event, la gente es tacaña. People are super cheap. Like they pay their artists peanuts. And then we're there just having like, okay, we have this amount of money. Okay, you get this, you get this, you get this. And I'll get the little peanuts at the end because at the end of the day, I want everybody to eat. And if everyone is happy, then I'm happy. And I think that's the thing that drives Frikitong.
But there's something really cool about Frikitong. I'm going to say something about that.
Okay.
There's a few Venezolanos in the team.
Yes.
So Mia was like, ¿Cómo? And I was like, what do you mean Venezolanos? And it's like, and I love it. And I think, I don't want to say over my culture, my country specifically, but I feel like nosotros los venezolanos, us, it's now that we're popping out right now in Montreal because now it was a Toronto thing or an Ottawa thing. And it's like, no, we're here. And I love that. I know Frikitong is more than Venezolanos. Don't get me wrong. But there's something I love about it. And I'm just like, ay, Dios mío, María Purísima, qué rico.
No, but shout out to my Venezuelans for real because it's funny that you mentioned that because even before Montreal, I found that it was like, anyways, in my opinion, I thought it was very Central American, like all the Latinos that were here and everything. A few Caribbeans, you know, like Dominicans, Cubanos también y todo. Pero a lot of Central Americans. And then growing up and starting to go out, now I realize that there's a bunch of Venezuelans, Colombians. Now I hear a bunch of like Argentinos and stuff like that, Chilenos. Oh, but also back in the day, there was a lot of Peruvians here in Montreal. Huge Peruvian community. But still, like now I'm seeing like that side of South America, which is like more los Chilenos, los Venezolanos, los Colombianos. And it's super interesting to see. And I really like their way of doing things and their culture and everything. And I'm seeing it pop off more. And I'm like, yo, let's go. Let's embrace it at the end.
No, y los venezolanos somos chéveres. O sea,
100%.
Yes side. It's like people that meet me, I say, no, I'm Latina. And they meet me a little bit. My vibe, they're like, ah, no, tú eres venezolana. They're like, first of all, that accent. Second of all, on how you like, you always want to party. You're always like on the go. I'm just like,
exactly.
I'm like, please don't tell my mom that I'm like that all the time, please. But there is something about that. But even though that movement of Frikitong, I think it's beautiful. And I can't wait for what you guys have to bring for 2026. It's already coming up. I'm going to say 2026 because 2025 is already done.
Yes.
In a few months. So, and I can't wait to see you guys get bigger because I think you guys do events in Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we did do a few events in Toronto last year.
Yeah.
This year we stayed a bit more local, not going to lie, just because we really wanted to focus more on like the quality of the work that we were going to do versus the quantity.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. No, it's true.
But at the end of the day, we still did a bunch of events and there was a lot of like last minute things that pulled up. But still, at the end of the day, I think that we really focused this year on like doing our own productions and really like enforcing that brand. And I think for next year, if everything goes well, like the plans are maybe to go to Central America, South America, Europe as well. Like those are the plans.
Europe, that's so nice.
Because there's a huge movement of Latin music.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. That's just a lot of Venezuelans also everywhere in Europe right now. Because
Están saliendo de Venezuela,
our
okay.
political situation makes it. I'm just like, I remember, I'll never forget. I was in Italy, and they always get so disappointed because my name is Marie Juliana, and they're like, "Oh, Italiana," and I'm like, "No, Venezolana," and then they start talking to me in Spanish, and they're like, "Oh no, you're really from Venezolana, no?" And I'm just like, "How'd you guys know?" Like, "No, tu acento," and I'm just like. Sometimes I correct them, say, no, Latina. And then they say, no, Venezolana, the accent. I'm just like, oh my God, we're everywhere now. We're everywhere. But it's a good thing, I guess, in a way. It's sad we're doing it for the reason because we're escaping a political situation. But I think it's amazing also in regards that if it's Venezuela or not, that Latinos are everywhere and they're making, they're making their way. They're listening to music. Like, 10, 15 years ago, when you went to Europe, you wouldn't listen to Latin music as much as right now. And I think a big artist like Bad Bunny, I know a lot of people might not like him, whatever, but this man has done something globally to our music for our people. There's something gorgeous about what he's doing. I love it. 100%. I personally love it.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of también los artistas argentino, Quevedo. He's a lot in Spain, and it's like, I think he's Latino, isn't he? Or is he Spanish? He's Spanish. Whoa!
The fact that you say Quevedo, and I've been on record saying that I hate Quevedo.
You don't like him?
His music actually he has one good song. It's that one song that he has with like Mike Towers that just came out recently.
No, there's that song he talks, and I love that song. He's like about starting to chill at 10 p.m. and that it's 7 a.m. in the morning. We're still chilling. We're gonna start again.
I don't like his voice. It has like a little bad timbre.
No, papito. We're gonna sit down. I'm gonna make you listen to it. Like, I appreciate the music, okay? I appreciate the music, okay?
Yo,
there's something about his voice. I know it's like I don't know.
I don't
something,
like it.
But it's crazy because there's also this artist, the ones that sing El Único, Catriel
y Paco Amoroso.
Catriel y Paco Amoroso.
Yo.
Okay, perfect. Because I'm like, wait a second, don't tell me. Like, I love them. Like,
100%.
I love them.
Oh, totally. And you want to talk about like what's inspiring me right now? Definitely Bad Bunny, Catriel y Paco Amoroso. Just because of like how they're moving Latin culture right now within the mainstream scene is insane. Just Bad Bunny right now with his whole Debí Tirar Más Fotos residency and this whole movement and everything like that. Like this has been my calling. Honestly, I am pissed that I'm not going to see the show like at all just because...
You can go to Europe next year. The tickets are like 100 euros.
Nah, shit. Resale is like super expensive.
I swear, mijo, te saco aquí. We're going to close this podcast and I'm going to show you. Because I might be going with my girl Steph. That's why, I'm going to Madrid. Because it's less expensive, like budget-wise. Because it's not true. Anyways.
But still, the fact that I missed the Puerto Rico show, I'm pretty pissed.
I know, that shit but the resale, I saw like $2,000. Amiga, ese precio me salta allá arriba y me hace un baile a mí. Me hace un baile a mí Bad Bunny a $2,000 el ticket. Dios mío, María Purísima de Dios. It's crazy. Like, no, but you know what? But I understand why people pay that price. I wouldn't, but I understand why people do it because it's so big. And I think it's a moment in our cultures. I think it's a moment like it's going to define us for a few decades. I mean, 100%. Remember the tour of Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, como le fue la residencia? Well, I'll be like, oh my God. But one artist too, I think so inspiring, it's Casu.
Has she been doing things recently?
Mi amor,
we silent,
no? La Cueva, Dolce, she had a whole CD come out.
You're definitely a fan because
I'm a fan. We're gonna sit down.
I did not hear anything
of course, of her heartbreak. She used her heartbreak, her lyrics, her pain, and she transformed it. That's also what I love about like music behind the scenes. Because I too was in music when I was younger. I played tuba and piano.
Oh,
so like the bass. Sometimes I like, I like. There's something I don't know. The vibrations I like of music sometimes.
Yes.
And I think Casu, she has a whole CD. She's going on tour and everything.
Damn.
But right now, I don't know what's going on with the Latin artists. I think they're blocking the Gringolandia. They're cutting off, and we're included Canada, so they don't come to see us.
Exactly.
So the thing is, Casu has a whole CD.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna check it. I'm gonna look into it.
Like a whole thing, and it's actually good. Okay. And it's like you listen, you're like, oh, bad bitch energy, and she's like, all the lyrics hit right. Like, oof, no. She even sang, I think, there's a vallenato if I'm not mistaken.
Damn. Well, I mean, I've been a fan of Casu for a minute. Like when she dropped her first album, like I was a huge fan because it was like in the same time of like Colores, like and all that, But then she went kind of silent, and I just didn't hear
She had a
about her.
baby, mi amor. She had a baby. She went through a really public breakup.
That I knew about. But then after that, it was just like...
Exactly. Right now, she's coming out.
Okay.
Right now, exactly. She's like, oh, my little girl's bigger. Like, I can go on tour and everything. But I'm going to tell you, she's amazing. Like, you can feel the good vibes from it. So, yeah.
Yes.
Can't wait for you to hear that.
Dale.
And you come back to me, please.
Of course. We'll see.
So now, how do you blend? Because there's also so many aspects of the Latin music. How do you blend it to make sense on your sets?
That's the
you
thing.
Personally.
Yeah. So, as I said, like right now, one of my biggest inspirations is definitely more on the house music side and whatnot. A lot of people know me as being mainly a house DJ versus a Latin DJ.
I know you as a Latin DJ. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing, because the whole friquitong thing and everything made it public for me, like in the sense that like that really got my name out there.
Put you on the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Recently, but I've always been mainly a house DJ. Like I was a resident at La Voûte for a piece. I was a resident at Latino for a time, at Bordel as well. I was doing King Crab on Saturdays for like maybe 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, so I might have to come to one of your house
sets. Yeah,
house sets. I might have to.
Is the love of my life, definitely.
It's the love of my life,
100%. No, but right now, how I can mix my own style within like the Latin sets and how I make them unique to myself and just make them sound like everyone else's set is that I mix a lot of like house that is remixed with like reggaeton lyrics in it and stuff like that. So that makes it more appealing to my public, I would say. And the fact that I'm also putting a lot of, because I'm Central American, I'm from El Salvador, so a lot of cumbia remixes or like reggaeton songs, that's another thing that like defines my set as well. It's just, I don't want to play basic sets. I get it that people want to sing the songs and the normal songs and whatever, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, I want to make you discover something else. I want you to go home and be like, yo, that DJ played something crazy. I want to go back and see him.
Exactly. It's like, yo, I took my phone out. What's it called? The app you can hear.
Shazam?
Shazam. I had to Shazam it because it was so amazing. It's like, it's cool. No, but it's true. And it's like, and I know, and my next question, I think kind of answers it. It's like, how do you think the Montreal audience responds to that?
That's the thing. The Montreal audience is a very
They want to sing. Exactly.
They want to hear what they want to hear. Like, it's so funny because recently we played a few events. We played some air communes. Well, I did my own air commune party, Luby and Friends, but also we had one with Friquitong, and then we also did a Village au Pied du Courant recently with Friquitong. And especially the younger crowd, I feel like they didn't have that education on how to go to a club or to a party because of the pandemic. And because of that, they're fucking entitled. The entitlement is off the roof. Like, for example, in these events, like we would go like a bit off, like not off brand, but like a good example is my boy Santo Fuego during Village au Pied du Courant was playing a cumbia remix of I Wanna Love You from Akon and Snoop Dogg.
My God, sexy. I love it.
Yo,
sexy,
it was insane. And actually, like, yo, that's my remix. So the fact that Santo Fuego was playing it, I hate you because you know that's my track. Pero, he was playing it, and then these little kids were just like signaling him to change the song because they didn't fuck with it. Or like kids that are gonna, like, for example, if you start playing a bit of house or like something that's a bit different, like DJ Pana plays a lot of guaracha during our sets, and then these kids are gonna pull up their phones and then it has like dembow or reggaeton written in it, and then they start screaming reggaeton or dembow.
It kills the vibe.
It's such a vibe kill, and honestly, that's something that pisses me off like a lot. So Montreal crowd super tough, and then obviously we have to go a bit more mainstream because of that. We have to play the Bad Bunnies y todo. Pero when people really fuck with our sound, it's really cool because that's the thing. Then you go to other cities like Toronto, people are stiff. I do not like playing for Toronto crowds.
You're like, can you like move? Can you bat your eyes or something?
And it's so funny because they're stiff and they're barely like two-step or whatever. Then at the end of the set, yo, that set was so good. And I'm like, show it to me during my set, cabrón.
Like, please dance, please move. Do exactly. Blink.
100%.
No, but it's crazy. But it's true. But
yeah. But that's the thing. The Latin crowd in Montreal is demanding. But in general, I feel like Montreal crowds for music are fucking open.
Yeah.
Because we're exposed to a lot of different things. We have some of the biggest festivals in the world. Oh, shit, I got the Jazz Fest. Yo, you know the Montreal Jazz Fest? For any jazz man out there, it's like a dream for them to play the Jazz Fest.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's incredible. Insane, people from all over the world, they go, no, I came for the Jazz Fest. I'm like, but I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
True. But for us, we take it for granted.
Exactly, but it's
we grew up with
huge, you know?
that.
But anyway, so yeah, so the fact that like we're exposed to like so much music and so many cultures and whatnot, I feel like that makes it for just a general Montreal crowd to be open. But then there comes that whole thing with the Latino community, and I feel that they lack education on that end.
Not tell you, the younger generation sometimes, and I have my little cousins, and like, I'm like, thank God you guys are respectful, because if I ever hear you being disrespectful, like, se me va el zapato. Se me va el zapato, así, or shakata.
Yeah.
But the worst thing, but it's funny you say, like, you know, they ask because shout out to my friend, DJ D-Boy, I love him and everything.
Danny.
And sometimes I'm like, Danny, quiero Bad Bunny. Please me dice, Juli. I'm like, Porfi. And then he makes it, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm so annoying. And I always tell him, like, that's so fucking annoying. But he's like, yeah, but we're friends. So he's like, and you do it still respectful way. You're not like coming in and like kicking and like screaming. And you're like, he's like, yes, it's annoying, but it's you. And it's not like in a bad way. There's no bad faith. Like you say, you know, like they start screaming for you to change it. And it's just like, well, anyways, we're going to get better. I think we're going to do better. We need to do better as a community.
100%. And it's so funny that you mentioned D-Boy because he's so expressive. So like, you're lucky that you're on his good side, because someone else, he would be like,
really? Oh my God, viste Dani, por ser tan paciente conmigo.
oh, shout out D-Boy.
No, we're actually we're friends. So like, I know, and he's super sweet, but like, and I think but I think what helps sometimes in the sets he does, he's like up there. So I think so nobody can go.
At Santos, yeah.
I'm like,
when people come up, honestly, that pisses me off. When I play Santos and people come to the DJ, was like,
I do that. I do that.
oh, but you're tú eres familia.
Tú eres familia, tú eres loca, Mari. ¿Quién te pone allá abajo? ¿Quién te baja?
Exactly.
No, but it's crazy. But I think, and also something I've said it to him in his face, because he's also actually doing really good and everything, but also I would say his humbling ways. I find him so humbling. I'm like, if I were you, I'll be that attitude. He's like, no, it's not me. And I'm just like, oh my God, aquí, señor humildad. But like, I think that's what makes him, I think, special and appreciated in every little group there is. It's like everybody, ay, D-Boy. Todo mundo así como super contento. Sí, I talk about him because he's my friend. And I annoy him with that little thing you said about putting the song. But it's fun also to see you guys DJs being friends and like knowing each other. And it's like, and it's really, really, really rare that I've heard a DJ say something bad about another DJ. I think you guys have this community where you guys are just like together, and it's like ride or dies in a vibe, cheesy, cute way.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the DJ community is pretty tight in Montreal, and it's funny. Well, I mean, you definitely see the good side, because in the back scenes, like 100% people are talking shit about each other.
Maybe, but you know, like I'm seeing the good side. Like I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because people, that's the thing. There's a PR image that we have to maintain, pero la gente habla mierda. Like, yo, like any type of industry or whatever. Like, yo, there's gossip. There's all kinds of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the DJ world, like especially like us being so public and everything like that. Like, there's definitely some shit going on in the back end. But that's the thing. In front of everyone, we try to keep it as cool as possible, because that's the thing.
Professionals.
Because at the end of the day, we're not Hollywood, you know? We're not trying to like, oh, yo, okay.
Even in Hollywood, there's gossip and things.
Exactly, but it's very public.
Yeah,
to us,
I guess what it is. Oh, okay.
So if you start like publicly saying shit about other DJs, you're gonna look like a fool.
Oh my God, 100%. And it's crazy. But you know, there's a good way to say when they're like, when están hablando mal de ti, they're still talking about you in a way. So you gotta take it that way.
Yo.
And yeah, as long as it's like not attacking your persona, like you can say anything you want about what you think about my thing that I'm doing. Like but don't come and attack me as a person.
Exactly. And that's something actually that my boy DJ Blaze, shout out DJ Blaze, by the way, huge mentor for me.
Oh, DJ Blaze, también el amor por fin.
But he says that a lot often, because we often talk about that. He's like, bro, at the end of the day, they have my name in their mouth. So it's like, I don't care. He's like, they're talking about me. He's like, my name is everywhere. Parle-en bien, parle-en mal, mais tu parles de moi. So,
yeah. No, but he's another one with the biggest heart, and he's so good. And it's like, shout out Blaze, shout out.
Definitely.
So now we're gonna go. I wanted to do something spicy with you, since people, you know, they know DJ Louie, okay, the man on the mix, the creative director of
musical director.
Friquitón. Sorry, I get it correct, but it's okay.
Okay.
I do like spicy, quirky little questions.
Mhm.
Oh my God. I'm going to take my laptop for that
Dale.
because I can't see from far.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you ready?
Dale.
And this is for all the ladies out there. Okay. So are you ready though? You got to be an open book because
100%.
it's going to feel like a speed dating.
Go, dale.
You might have some DMs afterwards.
I hope so.
I don't know. I don't know if alguien te va a regañar después de esto. I don't know.
My DMs are dry, so like, yo.
Oh, love it. Let's put some light in those DMs. Okay, perfect. So what's your ideal first date?
Yo, as basic as this might sound, a nice little cozy cocktail bar. We sit close, and we just talk about.
You said close on the first date.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Yo, my thing is, shit. Now I'm about to ruin my game for everyone. Because the thing that I like about little cozy cocktail bars is like, you're in banquet, so then you get into the banquet.
It freaks me out if a man wants to sit next to me like that on the banquet. It freaks me out.
No, but I mean, it starts off like kind of far, then we get the drinks in.
On the same time, the first date?
No, espérate. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's kind of far first.
Okay.
Después, eventualmente, when the drinks start hitting, that's when you get close.
Okay, let's try something. Okay, so
Okay.
how do you try like to get closer? The first move that you do.
Yo, it's subtle because it's a thing that
Okay.
lasts like hours.
I'm gonna tell you if it's subtle or not. I'm gonna tell you.
No, it's not gonna
Try
be
it.
2 seconds that you're gonna try it. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to see if it was actually a real game or not because I'm like,
No, pero if you want to say we have to go on a date.
we'll have to vlog it.
Dale.
We'll have to vlog it. It would be hilarious. And I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna see how I play my game.
Okay, vale.
I think I have game. I think so.
Yeah, but no, ideal first date is either that or also I like yo, just going to a park
Okay.
and like low-key picnic, like just little things, like little charcuterie type vibes, but also un vinito. Like as cheesy as it sounds, it's just because I like to talk. I just like to like just chill and just hang out, you know? I don't want to make it overcomplicated because I'm not a complicated person.
Yeah.
I'm very, or is it black or is it white, you know? So to be doing these big extravagant things, especially on a first date,
Yeah.
olvídate. Like,
It's like,
because that's the thing, because I'm gonna set the bar high, and then after that, I'm gonna be like, okay, you just want to come and watch TV, and it's like, pero last time we went like mini golfing, and it's like, yo, no.
This is not real life, girl.
Exactly.
Mini golfing. Okay, do you believe in love at first sight?
1,000% yes.
It's crazy because I think I believe in interest in first, like I believe like in having like
Well, I think love is a big word.
exactly me too. Like how do we say like un flechazo?
100%. Yeah. Like I know that when I see someone for the first time, it's like, oh shit, I'm super interested in that person.
Yo, me too. Like I mean, it's like I'm like
Yeah.
fudge. Like
But the word love is a big word.
Yeah.
But still, there's some
But
people that like I remember seeing them the first time, and I was like,
but un flechazo, there must be a term for that in English because even in French it's coup de cœur.
yeah,
But like there's something, but there's something when you see someone at first time, you're just like first glance.
yes, yeah, exactly.
Oof, like interest at a first glance.
Yeah.
Let's cut it that way.
Definitely.
Okay, flowers. Only for special occasions or any day of the week. And don't lie. Don't like to get DMs.
No, definitely. It used to be for me like on special occasions and stuff like that. But now, like growing up and also just like talking more with my mom who's really big into nature, my brother who's really into like natural stuff and whatnot, and even his girlfriend who's like really deep into nature stuff, I feel like just like that could be something so cute. Like even the other day, she pulled up with like a flower to our house, like to our apartment, because me and my brother live together. And she pulled up with like a flower and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh yeah, put this there. And then she brought in like more plants and stuff. And I was just like, you know what? Like this is a vibe. And honestly, I think just showing that little gratitude to someone like every once in a while, like bringing them flowers could be such a little cute detail that could go genre inaperçu, but could become like just so, I don't know, like it's a vibe. It could become such a nice signature at the end of the day, I find.
You don't have any like love traumas, right? Because me, a man brings me a freaking flower and I'll be like, what did you do? You see, no, but that's one of my triggers. I'm like, that's
Exactly.
right there. That's a trigger. I'm like,
did you cheat on me?
what did you do? I'll be like, what do you mean you got me flowers? I'll be like,
Nah, and I don't want to say it like that because I hate people who are like, I'm a kind person, but like I'm inherently a nice person though. At the end of the day, like
you're thoughtful.
exactly.
Exactly. You're really thoughtful. It's like, but I think for me, it's as well, now I'm talking about me as if like this, but it's like, actually, I think for example, me, I'm not romantic, but I'm thoughtful. So it's like, but some people sometimes are both. You seem like you're a little bit of both. It seems
I
so.
think so, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Who pays on the first date and does it matter? Please, Louis, don't disappoint.
Okay, so for this,
On the first date, taking a first date.
it's always the man, in my opinion.
Perfect.
But
Ay, Maria Purísima, ya.
the man has to be the one who initiated, like in the sense that, like, yo, let's go to this place or let's go on a date. If the woman tells me, like, yo, let's go on a date, out of respect and out of, like, I guess the whole, like, mentality of, like, oh, the guy, whatever, da da da, and that's kind of a bit of my conservative side, I will go out and I will still pull out my wallet. But if you go ahead and insist on paying, I will let you.
If you insist, if I have no interest, like, girl, I try to be a gentleman.
Especially if you're the one who, like, chose the spot, chose the date. And no, if you invited me on a date, 100%. If you go ahead and pay, I will not mind.
First date. We're talking the first date.
Yeah, no, honestly, a man should pay. A man should pay.
It's like, no, and it's like, I sometimes go out and like, I don't see the color of my wallet. And it's like,
The way you said it, I don't see the color of my wallet.
I don't see the color of my wallet. Like, I don't remember what my wallet looks like for the whole night. And it's like, but the same person, I would 100%. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, Papi, I want to eat pizza. And then he's half asleep. He's like, I'm like, I'm going to get the pizza. And then he's like, oh my God, you got it. And it's like a thing, but it's never, yeah, exactly. When it's like, oh, I mean, like, I don't know, like, but you know what? I was the man in so many relationships and so many situationships that right now I'm just enjoying the ride.
100%.
And I'm 100% not the type of person that takes advantage. And I'm really like, oh my God, like I took this, it cost me 10, like it cost you 10. He looks at me, he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I didn't ask you for any kind of money.
Yo, but deadass, you want to know what the biggest turn on is though? Like, especially on first date, and it's happened to me like very often when some girls are like low-key trying to fight me to pay the bill.
Yeah, exactly. There's something, yeah, exactly. A woman that's not gonna just assume you're gonna pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And then she like low-key gets upset to me, like, oh, with that, like, oh, my calor,
but you see,
like, yo.
But me on the first date, and it's like, I like, no, like, if I have to take my wallet out, if I have to like, I stopped talking to men because of that after the first date. But it's how you make me pay, because I think it depends. If you make it seem because you're a cheap person, like, but if also if, let's say, I don't feel you're genuinely interested and you're like, you know what, we're just gonna split the bill. I don't have any like rancune, like I don't have any like bad blood against it. But if you think, and the things, I'm really generous. Even Bobby, whatever, Gandalf, we're gonna call him, he can say I'm generous as a person. Like, anybody that knows me a little bit, Luby, like, even like, let's say we go out, I see you, she goes, Papito, vamos a tomar un shot. I'm not gonna be like, okay, Luby, so it was $5. Never. I'm gonna be generous. So I don't know. It's a big question that.
Yeah, no, definitely. But on the first date, a man should pay.
Exactly. So okay, this is really cute. What's the most romantic thing someone has ever told you? Even it can be a little bit weird or unexpected.
Yo, honestly, I think the first time that I actually heard someone tell me that I had a nice smile, I was just like, yo, that is such a vibe.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I know it's true. It's cute when someone tells you you're smiling. You're like, but you do have a beautiful smile.
Gracias, like, yo. Shout out to Invisalign. No, but the first time I actually heard someone tell me like, oh my God, yo, you have such a beautiful smile, or like, oh my God, you have such beautiful like lips and shit like that, I was just like taken aback, because I was like, yo, I was not expecting that. And I've always been like a shy kid. I always thought like I was like an ugly duckling and stuff like that. So to get compliments as an adult, it's like, damn.
Yeah, what I learned as growing up in the Latin community, there's no ugly people. There's just people that don't know how to like
how to
fix themselves right up. 100%. That's what I learned.
Definitely.
It's like, but there's also, is there something also really like unhinged someone has said to you and they're just like gonna give you like some crazy example? Like I've said to to this man. I'm like, what happens? Let's say if you can't lift me up right now, if I gain so much weight, like what happens? You're gonna stop talking to me, then you're not won't be able to lift me. He's like, no, I'll just go to the gym and just work out more so I can lift you.
Damn.
I'm like, that's the most romantic shit
100%.
I've heard today. Is there something like that?
I mean, not romantic, but something super unhinged that I've been told twice recently as a DJ.
Twice.
And I didn't know how to react in both occasions. And the worst part is after the first time, I'm like, okay, no, I'm really gonna have to think about it if it happens again. And it happened again and I didn't know what to do. So, okay, in Spanish, when you're like playing an instrument or like playing a DJ set or something, the word is tocar, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as I get off the DJ text, I get a girl that's like, tú el que estás tocando. Sí. Ay, ¿cuándo me vas a tocar así? Girl, I was just
when are you gonna touch me like that? That's what the ladies. I'm telling you, some women are hungry out there.
Yo, and I didn't know what to do, and then me quedé como bobo, and then they start laughing, and they're like, it's una broma, and I'm like, damn, bro, like.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, us women, when we make those little jokes, it's because we're 100% serious.
Yo,
that's our game, guys. We make you laugh, we make you uncomfortable.
Yo,
we make you uncomfortable, we make you laugh. We're just a little bit of flirting. We play with our hair, like, ay, papi, y cuando me tocas a mí.
Yo, exactly, and I was so thrown off, and I was just like, yo, what do I say?
And it's crazy. Okay, so we gotta find about an answer. You're gonna be like,
¿Qué es lo que tengo que decir? Yeah, dime.
Uf, yeah, wait. So I'm good like that. Say, ¿cuándo me tocas? Mami, cuando te invite a una cita. O cuando me invites a una cita.
Oh, bars. You know what? Yo, next time I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna let you know how it goes.
Una cita, mi amor. When you invite me to the date, mommy.
Yo.
I would be such a good man, I think. I think if I was a man, Latin man with my green eyes, forget it.
Oh, forget it, 100%.
Ay, Dios mío, María.
La rompe con razones, ya tú sabes.
Legit. Okay, so the other thing. What's your biggest thing that you're like, no? I don't want to say biggest ick, because ick it's weird, but like your biggest no, and you're like, I won't deal with this romantic situation. I won't deal with this.
Yeah, someone who is disrespectful towards other people.
Oh yeah, I think you would have a but
yo, like if you're disrespectful towards, like, for example, if we go like on a date to like the bartenders or like whoever's serving you, and you're like clacking your fingers and shit like that, or don't even say hi or thank you, or don't even smile to anyone, like, yo, tú no eres ninguna reina, mami, like, calm down, like, or girls that are disrespectful to their parents. Yo, I had an ex who would like yell at her parents, and I was just
like, wait a second, are there cameras?
Yo,
are there cameras? Like, is my mom judging me? Is my mom
100%? But yo, it's always like, white people. Because yo, a Latina, that's like, I'm at her parents.
Yo, my mom, it's like, she's like, excuse you?
Yo?
No, I'm sorry for my Spanish, but I said, ¿Cómo es la verga?
Exactly.
And then she's like, from first, she's giving me a chance. Mm-hmm. And then, I was stood on my ground. ¿Cómo? And then she will like.
But yo, the problem sometimes with some Latino parents, especially with their daughters, is like, mi princesita, like.
Oh, yeah, no, my mom knows her daughter's not a princess. My mom knows. She's like, my daughter, she's a strong woman. She drinks like her uncles. She cooks like her grandmother. She doesn't know how to clean. I think so, but it's like survival basic. Like, I'm not going to go with... If I go, because I use bleach for everything. And it seems you can't do that.
Yeah, apparently.
So, apparently, and like, if you mix stuff, you can die from inhalation. But she's like, she cooks her grandmother. She doesn't cook very well, but she cooks... she cleans with bleach. She cooks with bleach. She cleans with bleach. She drinks like her uncles. And she'll fight you like a lion. She's like, my daughter's not a princess. Like, but even though I have like little princessy but I do have I do have a little princess side, like passenger princess. Like, I hate, like, what the heck? Changing a tire. Why would I learn that? Like, anything manual, like, that's my princess side. Like, no. And I say this, and I know people, please don't cancel me or come for me. My feminism goes out the window. Okay, so you have to change a tire. What do you mean? No, I'm not a feminist. Like, it's okay. I'm out the window, like 100%. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like even my own cans, I don't open them because these nails. What do you like these nails? And I'm like, so sometimes I have the little things, so sometimes I don't. But like, and I'm like, the man that's gonna be with me, if I put the can in front of me and like he can have a conversation, and I've had that happen to me, and it's so sexy. when a person does the thing without you asking them, they're having a conversation with someone else. You put the can, they see it, they're like, yeah, you know what, that check. And I'm like, oh. Oh my God, he might get a hand massage tonight. 5 minutes hand massage. But it's true, the little things like that, the big and it's like, yeah. But it comes, I'm a princess from that. So yeah, biggest no, disrespectful. No, I've stopped talking to a man because he was disrespectful to a waiter. He gave 5% tip.
Oh, yo, that's crazy.
He's like, in Colombia. I'm like, mi amor, you're not in Colombia anywhere. You're in Canada.
Exactly.
And it's like, he's not even Colombian to say, you know how he would say, I'm like, even in Colombia, I tip like 10%, 15%. Even though they're like, no, it's 5. I know you just complete the bill. I'm like, no, I give 15, 18, 20, depending. But yeah. Okay. Another one. Big spoon or little spoon for cuddling?
Yo.
It's a free, we listen and we don't judge.
Yo, obviously big spoon because, you know, whatever, you gotta assert dominance. Pero,
assert dominance. Love it.
No, pero, yo, sometimes being the little spoon and feeling like a little baby is a vibe, I have to admit. Like,
I'm laughing because at least you're tall. But I've dated shorter men because I don't discriminate, okay? My heart doesn't discriminate. But I feel like when a man, like a short man does like to me, and I'm 5'6", not that tall, I think. For Latinas maybe, but not for
general public.
General pub. And it feels like you have a backpack. when you do the little spoon, when I do the little spoon, and the short man wants to be the big spoon, it's like I'm wearing a backpack.
You're like, venía que mi monito.
I'm like, ready for like, you know, I feel like Dora the Explorer.
Exactly.
Little backpack and the little blue monkey, like just king. And I'm just like, no. So I just don't cuddle.
Yeah.
Well, not now. Like now, no. Now I can say I like to be the little spoon, but it's funny how men, they love being the big spoon at the beginning, and somehow, in the middle of the night, you guys end up switching. I'm just like, but it's true. There's a kind of dominance. I'm like, I feel powerful.
Exactly.
There's something.
No, but it's something just heartwarming that you're there and you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. There's something sexy about, I think, as a woman being the big spoon. There's something sexy. I'm like, I got you. You know, like. I got you. Maybe my petty, toxica vibes. Maybe I'm like, you're not going anywhere, mi amor. Like, my legs are all wrapped. Like, I know, but like that was maybe with the shorter man. This, you see, I don't discriminate. I date tall, short man. I've done it all.
Dale.
So now we're gonna go into musical romance. Okay. What's the most romantic song of all time in your opinion?
Shit. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to check that out earlier.
Isn't there one? You asked me and I know which one.
Yo, I don't know, honestly, just because.
A song that you're hearing like, oh my God, I miss someone that I don't even have in my life. It's like Drake's songs, they make you miss your exes you don't have.
100%, yeah, definitely.
Is there like a song?
That's the thing. I don't feel like it, because the thing is, growing up, I grew up listening to a lot of love songs.
Yeah.
So I kind of became immune to them. I don't know if it makes sense.
But you see, I get what you mean. Yeah. And I think because my favorite romantic song is an English one. It's in English. So I think because I was so exposed with the Spanish ones that for me are like, no, they're like, it's a good vibe. Even though they're singing like cutting their veins and everything. Because oh my God, she left me. You're like, ay, pero qué rica esta salsa. But he's talking about like how he's like gonna lose his life without her.
Exactly.
But it's okay. So you really don't have one?
That's the thing.
The Beatles, maybe.
That's the thing. Wait. So I don't have a song specifically, but there's definitely an artist that when I listen to his music, tears will come out of my eyes, and it's Marvin Gaye. Not gonna lie, like when I listen to some Marvin Gaye, like some good soul like that, like
it hits the soul though. You're like, you're like, and sometimes I'm a bit emotional in the month, and I listen what kind of artist like him, I start crying.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's 100%.
Like if you put some Marvin Gaye, like you're gonna see me all softy, April.
If I'm ever there on your first day with you in the behind the scenes, I'll just put the music on the radio behind you. You just text me and I'll put the phone. It'll be like, where's that Marvin Gaye comes from?
Yo, exactly.
Okay, so now where the red flags are not.
Okay.
Your partner asks for your location when you're out with the boys. Red flag or not. Not asking you where you're going. She's asking you to send you your location from your phone.
Not gonna lie, it's not a red flag, but it's not necessarily a green flag. Just because I'm a huge person on like, not that I want to know where you are,
No, but I'm talking like they're like you cannot go out if you don't send it through your phone, but you can say where you're going. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
type
yeah.
shit, definitely. But also, it's just like seeing where you're at and everything like that. Because I think it's like a whole safety thing.
Hi, mi amor, you're so innocent.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Hi, mi amor, you're so innocent. That's why I call being innocent.
It's not completely a red flag. Also, because I don't have anything to hide. So,
but that's not the point. That's not the point.
I get it. I get it how it could be a red flag, but it's not 100%.
Like, I thought we were gonna agree. I really thought we were gonna agree on this one. I really thought we were gonna agree because me, I'm like, location what? Location nada, mi amor. You're not getting any kind of location. Like, if you don't trust me, like.
No, but also the thing is, just because recently I've been huge on like sharing my location with my friends. Like, yo, I have like a bunch of locations, like a lot of.
Me too. I share my cousin with my cousin. With my cousin. I share with my cousins too, and I have some girlfriends too. But there's something like, for example, my partner, he's like, okay, you're going with the girl, send me the location. I'll be like, but what? But I'm telling you where I'm going, and I'm super open about things, and like,
yeah, but I don't know. It's not that much of a red flag for me.
I know, like he's so innocent. You know, it's a question of safety. Ay, Maria Purísima. Like, if I ask you, it's not. I'm trusting you. This no. But anyways, having close friends of the opposite sex. Are we again not gonna be in the same page?
Because that's the thing. I have a lot of like girl close friends and stuff like that, but it's such a double standard, honestly. No, you know what? Fuck it. Let me say red flag.
For you, it's red flag?
Yeah.
You see, I thought we were going to be okay in the state. For me, it's not.
But it's a double standard still. And I acknowledge that it's a double standard. I can have a lot of close girlfriends, but if you have dude close friends.
But me, it's good. I got to meet them. Like, for example, you're not going to come to me like 1 year and a half into our relationship, our dynamic, whatever. And so, okay, so I'm going to introduce to my really good friend, Marta. Who the fuck is Marta? I never met that Marta. I never heard of her.
Yeah, exactly.
Marta is not happening. Like, no. And if let's say you work like in a construction company only with men, and suddenly, yeah, so my colleague, Belinda. Who the fuck is Belinda? Who the fuck is Belinda? Like, yeah, exactly. I'll just be wondering. Me, it's like, anytime, let's say, I start a relationship, no matter what kind, I always talk about my guy friends, my best friends. So I have Kevin Waka, I have like a few that I mention, and I'm just like, these are like, I'm the godmother of his child. Like, I'm 100% his friend. Like, there's nothing more. But I don't believe, and I've had friends like that, I don't believe in being friends with people that you've crossed the line with.
Oh, that 100%.
That
100%.
I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe friends should know what you taste like. Friends should not. Exactly. They should not know how you kiss. They should not know how you taste. They just shouldn't.
No,
they shouldn't.
Exactly. 100%.
Like, the max they can see you about naked, so when they see you in a bathing suit. And that's it. And again, in a spa one-on-one, you guys two together, fuck no.
No.
Like, there's a lot of little things. I'm super open about that. But also because of my best friend, Kevin, I always say his wife, Alan, like, we're really communicative. Like, also, I think it's a red flag when, let's say, you want to be friends with a guy and you don't want to be friends with his wife or his girlfriend. Yeah. I think that's a red flag too. Like, if I see one of your little girlfriends, like your friend that's a girl, and she doesn't say hi to me, she's disrespectful, mi amor, we're going to have a conversation. Either we become friends, obligado, or I don't know. Yeah. I say you stop talking to her because you shouldn't do that.
100%. But that's the thing. It's a tricky question just because there's so many exceptions to the rule.
I know. So I think it's a orange flag because I think green and red, they do orange. I think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think. Bro, you're just going to make me want to Google afterwards. So, and then, okay, they take hours to replies, but always post stories.
Red flag. A huge
100%.
Huge.
100%.
Yo, because I know you're on your phone. No jodas, like, for real.
I know it, but sometimes, and I know some people, I know when they don't answer to me, it's because they're at the beach or they're like at a chalet or like they're with the boys or they're working. But I'm going to tell you how I overthink. You're going to flip out. It's a no judgment zone. It's for you and for me.
Yes.
He didn't answer for like 8 hours because I think he was out with the boys, something at the beach or something. And I called my cousin because I always call her to like put me straight, Adriana. I'm like, oh my God, he hasn't answered to me. I'm like, imagine he met a girl. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore. He's planning on telling me he got her pregnant or something. And she looks at me. She's like, how the fuck did you go so far?
Yo.
But those are my triggers from the past relationships. But I'll never put them on the person that I'm seeing. Never, because that's a me problem. But I go crazy like that. I'm like, oh my God, he met another girl. He's trying to find a way. He got her pregnant. He's gonna marry her. She looks at me. She's like, bro, like those are 4 hours or 8 hours. Like, she's like, you can barely. She's like, MJ, you barely answer to my texts during the day when you're working, when you're going to the gym. She's like, you go to bed at 7 p.m. So imagine someone texts me at 7:30.
Yo.
They're like, oh my God, esta caraja's not answering, but you're sleeping.
Exactly.
She's like, give people grace that you want to get. I'm like,
100%. That's okay.
but post stories.
Pero post stories,
Okay,
no, that's a
no.
big no.
Okay, so now going through your phone. Yeah, she goes through your phone while you're asleep.
No, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. Not gonna lie, like that, that compared to the whole location thing, like, alarma roja, like 100%.
Have you had that happen to you? A woman going through your phone?
100%.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand what kind of species that does that. Like, no, I can't.
No. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, personally, I understand boundaries and I never go through people's phones. And even when people ask me, like, like, I really double check with them. Like, you sure you want me to go through your phone and shit? Like, okay.
But why would you go on her phone, let's say?
No, but okay, like, for example, if it's like, could you look up like this location or could you look up this
Okay,
thing?
cool. Okay, I'm like, she gives me, you're like, yeah, I'm like gonna look through it. But okay,
No, exactly. But I'm not gonna
when they give you the phone, it's like, okay,
okay,
perfect.
Sure. And I also want to make sure that they're looking at me like I'm not looking some crazy shit because I hate people who go through all my stuff. Like, una maña que tiene mi hermano, for example, is like, he'll just grab my phone and it's like, because right now he like removed Instagram and he's like, I just want to go see my girlfriend's like story, whatever. And he starts going through all my shit and everything.
And you're like,
this person applied this. This is how
friends.
exactly. This is how you're talking to people and shit. And I'm like, bro, mind your business. Like,
you're like, I'm trying to play my game here.
Exactly.
No, but it's crazy going people's.
That's.
And there's something I always say: if you're in a happy relationship, if you're being respected, you feel loved. Don't go through his phone. Don't go through her phone. If you feel loved and respected, don't do that because you're going to find something. Even if you have the best of marriages, even if you have everything good, don't go through it.
Exactly.
Because you're going to find something you don't like.
Exactly.
I always say that because there's always 3 versions. Yours, mine, and the truth. So yeah.
Dale.
Okay. Do you think it's a red flag? Because I'm laughing because it's horrible. Because I've done it. To prove a point that I'm not crazy. Okay, to prove that I'm not crazy. Is it a red flag or not that she went through your garbage to find any kind of evidence?
That is 100% a red flag. Like, what the hell?
Wait a second.
That is
Wait a second.
crazy.
Wait a second.
Garbage?
I'm going to tell you this thing. And I found the evidence and I showed it to him. I'm like, you think I'm stupid? I'm not, we're going to be stupid together, mi amor. Like, no, we're not doing this. That's the thing is like, don't like, just like when I tell you something, please, when I'm telling you a point, be honest with me. Because if you start calling me crazy and calling me names, I'm going to show you loca. But loca for real. He's like, because what was it? It was, and I think it's been a while. Like, it's not a recent one. Like, I'm not like, but even today, if like you try to prove me wrong, I'm going to go to the point because I'm the type of person that like, I'll go head to head with you if I think I'm right.
100%.
And I'll try to show you the evidence if I need to or whatever. So this man was like, no, like I didn't have sex with another woman this past weekend, blah, blah, because he just went MIA. And I'm just like, oof. I'm like, yo, see, like, don't worry. It's like, people told me, like, just let me know who it is, what it means, what does it mean for us? Like, what do you want to go from here? Like, are we open into it? Like, I was really, he's like, no, it's in your head, it's in your mind. I'm like, no, but just tell me. It's like, no, if he's like, you can look through anything when I look through my phone. I'm like, I don't look through people's phone. I don't do that. Like, I'm not gonna do it today.
But you're gonna go through people's trash?
I found 2 condoms.
Oy, Dios mío.
Bro, I took a toilet paper and I was like, really? Really? Like, we haven't used this in months. So were you playing with your friend? Were you playing with your guy friend? You were like, just like freaking inflame them and playing with them around the house?
Yo.
But that's the thing. That's the only time I would go through a trash to prove a point. Probable cause. I love this. Thank you, Mike. You see?
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, though, still, it's pretty crazy. Yo, you just say something like that, like the question itself, like you gotta build to it. You gotta build to it.
Yes.
So you just can't be like, oh yeah, looking through trash, green flag. No, what's that?
Okay, so I gotta explain why before I went to the
100%. Yeah, definitely.
because now you see the point. Now you
Yeah,
you see.
now it's understandable.
Me, it's like don't.
Pero igual.
But I didn't like, and I remember I called my girlfriend. She's like, "You went through the trash." I'm like, to prove a point. She's like, "Oh, okay, good. It makes sense." Like,
especially if you proved your point.
I proved my point.
Because imagine if you wouldn't, I would have looked stupid as hell.
And I went through a trash. Like, that's disgusting, MJ. Like, how did you do that? Like, I'm not toxic. That's the thing, is I'm not. Well, no.
You're Latina, you're toxic. I gotta say.
I'm really toxic. But the thing I think is I'm petty. I'm more petty than I'm toxic. Like, I gotta be right.
Yeah.
And it's like I will go on Google. Look, and I talk about this. I often, like in my podcast, Gandalf. He's and he told me my face. I think he's one of the first people in my life. He's like, you know, you're stubborn, right? What do you mean I'm stubborn? I'm not stubborn. And I was like,
exactly.
He's like, you know how many times to prove a point you've taken your phone out to go on Google? He's like, do you know it's not normal? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, but I'm always right. He's like, but you're trying to prove up my point. But he's like, but it's okay. He's like, it makes your charm. You're funny, like how you think you're always right. But I'm like, I don't think I'm always. I'm.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, you know what? This argument is not gonna happen today because I don't argue. That's the thing. I don't know if it's a red flag or not. I don't argue.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, no, but that's a red flag. The fact you don't argue. No, I'm really avoidant.
Yeah.
100%.
Yo.
I'll shut down.
It depends. I choose my battles, if anything, when it comes to arguing.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes I really have to prove a point too. Like, I'm stubborn. But it really the points though. It depends. It depends. Like, for certain things, it's like you really can't like fuck with me. Other things I really don't care.
Me, it's like about a movie. Like, you're not good at it. Like, I know my things. Like,
that it depends with who though.
Yeah.
With someone that I'm like, whatever. But with my brother, ooh, yo, we will physically fight for that shit, you know?
too. It's like, no, like, who's right now?
Exactly.
But it's like, so these are red, exactly, someone, exactly. Okay, but I thought we were going to be on the same page about everything, red flags.
Nah.
Bro, man, bro. Oh, wait. Oh, the last one.
Okay.
I think this one is I think we're going to be on the same page. She doesn't like your music.
Oh, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. I live for music. Come on, how?
Como que no te gusta mi música? It's like, I think Bad Bunny put a picture and he's like, don't go out with someone that doesn't get your music.
Yeah, exactly. He had like a cap. Yo, low key, I'm going to try to find it. I'm trying to find it for real. If someone knows where it is.
You guys have Freaky should do like play with the same phrase and like sell it the merch. I would buy it.
Don't be biting on my business.
I would buy. Oh, sorry.
No, but yeah, no, it's definitely a red flag because it's like, yo, I live for this shit. Like, I do this for a living. Como que, no, yo, we can't be, especially like if your musical tastes are like very basic, like, nah.
Like,
nah.
Like,
I like Tate McRae. Come on, man. You like something else?
I don't have her on my Spotify list.
Me neither, pero I kind of
exactly. Yeah, the type of personalities are like I have saliva here. Sorry, people are hearing that. The audio is gonna be like, yo, there's saliva here.
Yo, like, not gonna lie, some of the worst people I've dated. When it comes, because obviously one of the questions that I ask while we're on the date is like, oh, so what kind of music do you like?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, nothing special. Like, whatever's playing on the radio. I just like really good music. I like anything. Nah, okay. Like, you gotta be specific.
Like, be specific, honey. Like, do you turn up? Like, do you start dancing on tables when you hear Taylor Swift or like Enrique Iglesias? What does
exactly? No, because that's the thing. The fact that people are so vague like that, I just know the conversation is gonna go nowhere. But then when people are specific, it's like, ooh, okay, we could.
Yeah, exactly. You know? We can have a discussion about. We can discuss music, and it doesn't mind not having the same taste, but at least that she can understand your vibe.
100%. Yeah.
So now we're almost ending this interview. So, but wait, there's a little cheesy question I always ask.
Let's go.
What would you tell to the 5-year-old Luis?
Yo, I would tell the 5-year-old Luis, yo, don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy.
For real. Don't be lazy. Do your work. Inform yourself. Things are gonna go well, but obviously plays your cards in your favor. trabaja duro. Yeah, no, it's a lot of like hard work things because maybe that's something that I kind of like as a young child, like maybe lacked of, and like I was busy like playing around too much. But it's also hard to say because to a child, like, how do you not want to play? Pero like in the sense that like you'll use all the cards that are given to you into your advantage, take advantage of every opportunity that is given to you, and make the best out of it, and things are gonna go well. And you're fucking cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You're freaking cool. I like the part of the positive vibes, like
Yes,
affirmation.
of course, you have to.
So thank you so much for coming. It was nice getting to know you. I can't wait for you to tell me about these dates. Like,
Dale.
I'm sorry, we have to do a vlog. Me going on a date with Luis. Like, we'll do a vlog.
That's gonna be.
It would be like a funny one.
Yeah.
We have to do that.
I'm down.
So thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I love the fact that you collab with me today.
Thank you.
It's always awesome.
Well, yo, thank you for having me. Honestly, I've been wanting to do a podcast for a minute. Doing it with you, honestly, has been a pleasure. And
we have fun.
Yes.
You need to come again. You need to come again next season. Absolutely.
Yes.
So, mi gente, thank you so much. Follow, share, like, something about él. Que Dios los bendiga. Love you.